comes to presenting, there's a whole bunch of things that we need to know. But one of the most important things we need to think about is to understand the message we're trying to get across. Because a lot of people get nervous because they haven't thought enough about the need of the people or the problem. They're more worried about how they're going to come across, how they're going to look, if they're going to stuff things up. So here's what I would suggest you do before you do anything else. And it's basically research. The first thing you want to do is get a piece of paper and write down 3 P's. 3 P's. The first is people. Who are these people? How many of them are there? What backgrounds do they come from? Have they done anything like this before? What industry are they in? What issues have they experienced in the past? All of these things, combined obviously with the background of the topic that you're meant to be speaking on, is important so you can get an understanding of the audience. You can almost visualize who you're going to be speaking to. Step number 1. The second P is very simple, and it's the problems that these people have. So what is the exact need that these people want to hear about? What is the problem? So the way you might dig down into this is just say, what is the number 1 thing that's holding them back from achieving their sales objectives? What's the number 1 thing that's holding them back? And the way to find this out, obviously, is to speak to the contact, is to speak to the people if you possibly can, is to write an email with a quick survey. You can even set up an online survey now and get it posted out through maybe an HR manager to all the participants. Just digging down into the root of what this problem may be. Because often it's not until you polish it up, until you polish what the initial speaking topic is going to be, where you uncover what the real problem is. So you want to be clear on the people, on the demographic, and on all of the logistical elements of the people. But you also need to get to that emotional level of what their deepest problem is. Because you can touch on that, if you can tweak that, if you can make that resonate, then people will say, I can hear this person, they relate to me, they somehow know where we're coming from. And that's doing the work, isn't it? The third P, really important, and people forget it all the time, is place. Okay, so people, problems, place. Where are you presenting? Are you on stage, or are you just in a boardroom environment? Which end of the boardroom are you going to be on? Is there happen to be a projector if you need one locally? Is there a plug for that projector? When are you speaking on the roster? Is there a lunch break beforehand? Is there one afterwards? How can you get your stuff set up? Have you got handouts? Whereabouts are they going to sit? All of these things, they sound really complicated, but you know what you need to do. Often we are so busy worrying about stuff that we forget to do the work. And the work is very simple. Who's there? What's their background? Tell me as much as you can about these people. Then contact these people through whatever means possible. Find out what their deepest problem is, what their need is, what the thing that they would love solved is, and do the research, do the work to put that into your talk or your speech or your presentation. And thirdly, where is this place? So it's kind of like who, what is their problem, and where are you presenting? And make sure that you think about all the possible things that could go wrong, and have some backup. I used to bring 2 projectors, and I always used to bring another digital projector, even though they said, oh, we've got a presenting platform, or we've got an LCD screen. I don't care. I just want to make sure that if things go wrong, I'm ready. And the reason for all of this stuff is to reduce what I'm going to call fear of the unknown. Because if I make it my focus to make the unknown known, then I'm going to feel more comfortable in walking into that environment, and to some degree already align myself mentally with everything that's going on. The opposite of that, of course, is to walk in and just go, whoa, I didn't expect that. And suddenly you feel on a back foot, and that's going to show in the presentation and in his talk. So there we go. There's the 3 Ps, right? People, problem, place. Focus around those. Write maybe 5 questions out for each, and just do the work. You can fit it all on one page. When you have that one page, you're going to feel a lot more secure that you're going to walk into a place and be able to actually just get started with the good stuff, with the stuff you've got to present. Simple stuff. That's Jason. That's presenting tip number 1.